Hello, good morning. And the last class we discussed about the definition of the set. Okay, I hope all of you understand about the set. What is the definition of the set? A collection of well-defined objects. Collection of well-defined objects is known as a set. Well-defined. The element should be distinct. Whatever it is here with me, it should be with others also. That is well-defined. Okay. As for example, if I ask that your class 11, we can take as a set. The students of class 11 is a set. But if I ask the question that what is the set of intelligent boy in this class, set of intelligent boy in this class, so can you find out the intelligent, who is intelligent? That is not distinct. Intelligent we cannot say. The intelligent word is not well defined. Okay, here we may not get the actual picture of the set, actual elements of the set, so it is not well defined. And the presentation of the set, how it present the set, generally the set is denoted by capital letters, capital English alphabets, that is A, B, C, D, like that. Okay, and the representation of the set is what? Three types of the representation. First one is what? First one is statement form. Statement form. Second one is what? What is the second one? Second one is tabular form or roster form. And third one is, what is the third one? Set builder form or ruled method. Ruled method. These three things already learned in the last class. Just to recall it. The statement, the set is written in the sentence pattern. Suppose as example, we can take the set of natural numbers. A set of natural numbers, just this is a set of natural numbers. Set of natural numbers. That is a statement. This is a statement form. And well defined, it is well defined. Natural numbers will get. What are the natural numbers? It is start from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this way. And this we can write in the tabular form. How will write tabular form? These elements, these natural numbers, you can write. The elements you can write within the brackets, within the second brackets, and separated by comma. 1, 2, 3 in this way. This is the tabular form. And set builder form, how can we write? These elements will be represented by any small letter English alphabet, small English alphabet. Okay, this all the elements, and we have to make a rule for that. For that letter, we have to make a rule, and that should be the character of this one. That is, if we take all these elements as x, x is what? X is a natural number. That is, x is a natural number. X is a natural number. This. Or someone can write this x, this may be vary person to person. Okay, that can be written as x, such that x belongs to, this is belongs to, already discussed about the belongs to, x belongs to n. X is y, x is the natural number. So this is the things already discussed in the previous class. Now today we will discuss about the types of the set. Type of set. What are the types of set? There are several types of set. First one is what? Set is nothing but a collection of objects. Collection of objects. Now collection of objects. If there is no object, then what will say? It is depend upon the number of, depend upon the objects. If there is no objects, then what will come? Suppose in my hand, this is a cup. Okay. If there is nothing in this cup, what will say? Is there anything in the cup? No. That means what will say? If this cup, the cup is empty. The cup is empty. Like that, if there is no object in the set, that set is called what? Empty set. If no object, there is no element in a set, that is called empty set. So first one is empty set. empty set. If there is no element in a set, that set is called, then the set is called empty set. The set is called empty set. No elements in the set. Okay, no objects in the set. It is also called as null set or void set. Null set or void set, and it is denoted by the Greek letter phi. Phi denotes what? Phi represents what? Empty set. As for example, if I write the table from x such that x is a natural number, x less than 1, x belongs to n and x less than 1. So condition is what? X belongs to n and x is less than 1. Will you get any elements? No. That time will not get any elements. So this is an empty set. This is an empty set. This set is an empty set. Will not get any element. Empty set is also denoted by, it is also denoted by this, just this one. Okay? Can I give one example of empty set? Just we put the brackets, there is nothing in between the brackets, that is called empty set. That is known as empty set. Can I give any example of the empty set? As for example, till now in India, is there any okay example? Can I give any example? Practical example in front of us. The set of white crow. Generally, crow is what? Crow is black. The set of white crow. In general, we are not getting any white crow. So we can say this is an empty set. We can take an example as an empty set. Okay. Next is what? Singleton set. What is a singleton set? Single means singleton set. This single, it is started from single. Single means only one. The set which has only one element is called singleton set. The set which consists of only one element is called singleton set. Okay. As for example, A, we can take x such that x belongs to n, x 0 less than x less than 2. 0 less than x less than 2. X belongs to n, x belongs to n, 0 less than x less than 2. So natural number, x is natural number. And what natural number? It should be lies between 0 and 2. So how many natural numbers will get in between 0 and 2? Only one. That is what? That is 1. This is how many elements are there? Only one? One element. So this is what? Singleton set. Singleton set. Okay? Note, what is the difference between What is the difference between these? Can you say this? What is the difference between this? This is what? This is singleton set. This is singleton set. The elements is 0. And this is what? This is empty set. Empty set. There is no limits. So in this way, someone may ask questions. What is the difference between this and this? Okay. So singleton set is what? Only one elements, and empty set is no elements. Maybe other questions may be asked in this way. What is the difference between 5 and 5? 5 and 5. What is the difference between 5 and 5? This is what? This 5 is empty set. But this is not an empty set. This is what? Singleton set. Singleton set where 5 is an element. This what? Only one element, that is 5. Only one element, that is 5. Here only one element, that is 5. So this way you can differentiate this one. 5 within brackets 5. 5 is a singleton empty set, and this 5 is an, this set is a singleton set. Okay, clear? So empty set clear, singleton set clear, pair set. What is pair set? Pair set is, pair means pair set. What is pair set? Pair means what? Only two elements. If a set has only two elements, then it is called pair set. Okay, as for example, A comma B. How many elements? Two elements, so it is a pair set. Finite set. What is finite set? Finite, the elements are countable. Finite number of elements. Finite numbers of elements. That is, you can count the elements. Okay. As for example, suppose x. If I start from 1, 2, 3. If I write 10 to the power 10, that is, how many elements are there? 10 elements are there. It is countable. Y. If I write 10 to the power 10, there is somewhere it is n. Okay, that's finite. We can count it. So this is a finite set. And infinite set, infinite number of elements. Infinite numbers of element, that is uncountable. Uncountable. The same, if you take this example in this way, 1, 2, 3, dot dot dot, there is no end. That is uncountable elements are there. That set is called infinite set. Okay, so this is the difference between finite and infinite set. Next, universal set. What is universal set? Universal set. Universal set, the set which contains all the elements considering other sets. The set which contains all the elements considering other set. Okay, that is called universal set. For us, suppose we live in Assam. We are in Guwahati city. This Guwahati, people of Guwahati city is the set, and considering this set, the people of Assam is known as universal set for Guwahati. Okay. Similarly, we can take the people of India is also as a universal set, and whole world also we can take as a universal. Universal means whole universe we can take. Okay. Now, what is universal set? The set including all the elements considering to a set. So As for example, see, if this one we take 1, 2, 3 up to 10, for this, what will be the universal set? For the set A, the universal set will be, what will be the universal set? It is denoted, generally we will denote by U. U is the universal set. We can take 1, 2, 3, that whole natural numbers we can take. And someone write, sorry, universal set, maybe for this set, we can write 1, 2, 3, this 11. All the elements of this set included here. So this may be taken as a universal set for A. So considering this set, this is the universal set. Considering this set, this is also the universal set. So what is the definition of the universal set? The set which contain all the elements considered to any set, that is called the universal set. Okay? Subset. Now what is subset? Subset. Suppose you are the class 11 students is a set, and you are studying school, that you are inside the school. So all the elements are also the elements of that set. Is it or not? All the elements, that all the students are also belongs to the set elements of the school. So that is a subset. That is called the class 11 set of class 11 students are the subsets of whole school. The set of whole school. So if A and B are two sets, let A and B are two sets, if all the elements of A are the elements of B, then A is called subset of B. A is called the subset of B. Common thing is this district. We are living in a district and we have some subdivision. This word you can use for this concept. There is a subset of the district. Subdivision. Each subdivision is a subset of the district, and it is denoted by. A is the subset of B. A is the subset of B. And mathematically, what you can write? If X belongs to A, and it implies that X belongs to B, any elements X which belongs to A, and for it implies that X belongs to B, then what we can say? A is the subset of B. In this case, B is called superset of A. B is called the superset of A. Okay? As for example, see. Clear? The subset A and B two sets. If all the elements of A are the elements of B, all the elements of A are the elements of B, then A is called subset of B, and it is denoted by A subset of B. This mathematical order like X belongs to A and X belongs to B. X belongs to A, it implies X belongs to B. Then it is A is the subset of B. In this case, B is called the superset of A. Suppose A is 1, 2, 3. B is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the elements of A are the elements of B. Is it or not? So in this case, what will write? A is the subset of B. A is the subset of B. Clear? Now equal set. What is the equal set? Equal set. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if and only they have same elements. As for example, A, the set of the words set of the letters of the word wolf, and B, the set of the letters of the word follow. Okay, now see, A, if I write A in the set builder form, okay, tabular form, if I write this A in the tabular form, what are the elements? Wolf, the set of the letters of the word wolf. In wolf, what are the letters are there? W, O, L, F. So W, O, L, F. And B, in the tabular form, if I write, what are the elements? F, then O, then L, then F. One thing we keep in mind, when you write, the repetition will not come. In the tabular form, the repetition will not come. Here double L is there, double O there, only once we will write the elements. Okay? Single, two, whatever the elements are there, only once we will write. Here two O's are there, but only one O will write. Two L's are there, only one L will write. Now compare these two sets. Compare these two sets. What are the elements are there? Are they in different or same elements? There are same elements. Here W, W is there, O is there, L is there, F is there. So A is equal to B. So these sets are called equal sets. One more example we can take. One more example we can take. There is, suppose example, x is equal to 2, 3, y is equal to x such that x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. X such that x square minus 5x. Then what will be y? If we solve this, what will get? 2, 3. So in this case, what we can say? The elements are same. So x is equal to y. The elements are same. That is x is equal to y. Next thing is the equivalent set. Before that, we have to know about the cardinal numbers of a set. Cardinal number. So cardinal number means what? Cardinal numbers means what? The total number of the elements of the set. Suppose A is equal to A, B, C, and cardinal number divided by NA. This is the cardinal number. Cardinal number. How many elements are there? 3. So total number of elements of the set is known as the cardinal numbers of the set. Now equivalent set. Two sets are called equivalent, and it is divided by A, this equivalent B, if and only if NA is equal to NB. Two sets, suppose A and B, and they are said to be equivalent. It is divided by A equivalent to B, if and only if NA is equal to NB. As for example, A is equal to X, Y, Z, and B is equal to 3, 6, 9. So here NA is equal to what? NA is equal to, what is NA? Here NA is equal to 3, NB is equal to 3. So the cardinal number are same. So A is equivalent to B. Okay. So thank you for this class. I hope all you understand the things. In the next class we will discuss some problems related to this. Thank you.